A bald eagle flies over the Supawna Meadows National Wildlife Refuge in Salem County. 3,000 acres of marshes, grasslands, and forests make up this tract. Thousands of wading shorebirds that use nearby Peapatch Island in the Delaware Bay feed at this refuge. It's also home to a unique colony of brown bats that use this old barn during the summer months for shelter.
It's mostly a maternity colony where the females come to have their babies, and it's mostly females and young pups. By the end of the summer, we did another count, and we had 3,000 bats in there, which is significant.
Environmentalists say Supawna Meadows is facing challenges on several fronts. Federal budget problems have put pressure on wildlife lands like this one. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service no longer has staff here on a full-time basis. 3 years ago, this refuge was de-staffed and is now considered a satellite of the Cape May Wildlife Refuge. Volunteers now monitor the preserve and say they've seen habitat destroyed by all-terrain vehicles and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service buildings vandalized.
If you think about the millions of dollars that we have spent protecting and buying and preserving land, and then we don't invest the money in maintaining it, what service have we done to the American people? How are we taking care of that investment that we've made for them? You wouldn't buy a house and then not fix the hole in the roof. So you don't buy a refuge to preserve biodiversity and then not provide the funds to manage it.
There are efforts underway to preserve land buffering Supawna. Last year, environmentalists defeated an effort to build a Walmart superstore on a farm right next door.
What's so special about Supawna Meadows is there is this great mosaic of habitats, but we have to do more to protect the vulnerable uplands, which are so often targeted by development.
Blake says sea level rise caused by global warming is a reality along the Delaware Bay and River.
If you take a boat anywhere along the Delaware River and Bay, the first thing you're going to see is ghost forest. Thousands of acres of tall trees that have no foliage on them that are a direct result of sea level rise.
The Littoral Society and other groups are now working to preserve this farm. They say the uplands could become the new coastal wetlands if some global warming predictions come true.